Hi guys, welcome to another video on this channel. Today I'm going to be discussing a lot of questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram channel, which is Career Solutions by Aashna Jain. There were a lot of interesting questions centered around my internships, my marks, have I ever taken part in any competitions, what were my friends like, am I still in touch with them, etc. All of that. So I think I'm very excited to be answering all of those questions and I hope you take away something from it, something good, bad, funny, etc. whatever, and you let me know in the comments if I should do more of these videos regularly, and if you still have something that you wanted to ask and you couldn't at that time, I'll answer them in the comments, right? So I think with that, let's get started with the video. So the first question is, have you ever thought to give up law in the final year of law school? Well, to be honest, I never thought of giving up law in my law school days, considering I was very thankful to my law school for providing me a lot of opportunities, for helping me get placed. However, after joining law firms, after being in the industry, after being in the profession for a few years, I definitely gave up on law, as you all know it, and I also thought of giving up law, I think almost every alternate day of being in the profession. So I hope that answers your question. Alright, marks. Somebody's asked me about what were your marks like. So, I don't know, it just sounds really boring, but I was a very studious person while I was in college. At least till the first 3 years of college, I was consistently, in the top rankers of the batch. I know it sounds really uncool, but yeah, I was in the top rankers of the batch. Fourth year on, I completely eliminated marks out of my criteria and just focused on my internships and getting a job. And fifth year, I literally just lost track of all studying and everything that had to do with academics, and I just focused on living my college life, which ideally I should have been doing all 5 years, and I didn't because of XYZ reasons that I always kept giving to myself. Somebody said, in which type of competitions did you participate and were they helpful? I actually explored a lot of things. I didn't compartmentalize my participation into one thing, like say only moot court or say only debate or only something like that. So I'll just tell you what sort of competitions. First year of my law school, I went to this parliamentary debate competition at Nalsar. It was a really nice opportunity. It was really great. It was an eye opener for me that I'm not cut out for debates. Then some years I also took part in MUNs. I know. In law school I did take part in MUNs. Yes, I did. And I'm not sort of denouncing it, but people sort of made fun of me, and said that why are you taking part in MUNs even though you're in law school. But I personally feel that MUNs sort of helped me in honing my oratory skills and giving me some confidence about that I'm also good for something. And then third year I took part in a debate in a moot court competition. It was an international moot court competition. And yeah, I think this is more or less the sort of competitions that I've taken part in. How many friends did you lose after first year? So this is a little controversial, but it's very true also. I think many of my batchmates would already know that I just had like one really good friend in the first year, and I sort of lost touch with her right when I stepped into second year. I don't want to go into any details. What sort of internships did you do? So I think I've discussed it in multiple of my LinkedIn posts also and everywhere, that I was completely focused on human rights as a career option till my third year of law school. And in my third year, I had a conversation with a professor of mine that how I should pivot out into corporate laws and everything. I made a full video on that. I'll link it in the description also. And and then I shifted out. Then fourth year completely I interned with corporate law firms. Fifth year I didn't do any internships because I got a job in the fourth year itself. And also first year I got an internship at LKS, which was again I think it was a very bad decision on my part to intern at a law firm in the first year itself, because I was too young, and the sort of work that they were doing was too complex for me to understand. So I think it was a bad decision all in all. I could have utilized that opportunity maybe in the fourth year or fifth year of law school. And also I did a very good district court internship with one of the lawyers in my city in Chandigarh itself. and unfortunately, like he's passed away very recent. Friends, are you able to catch up with them after college? Yes, of course. Like I honestly speaking, I had very less friends in college. Like I can name them. They were Kartavi, Sasha, Pooja, and Amrita, all of these people, and like other people also. Maybe I'm just forgetting names because I'm in the video. I'm definitely able to catch up with all of them. I think all of them were able to make it to my wedding as well. So I'm very thankful to everybody. Apart from that, I think I'm in constant touch with Kartavi, as you all would know, somebody who's been following me since a very long time. And so much so that she recently went to NUS and she actually got me this this diary also from there. So yeah, I'm definitely in touch. I definitely try and make it a point to do video calls to my friends, etc. But yes, I am able to catch up with my friends. Then somebody's asked something that you enjoyed about your law school journey, and anything that you want to discuss in particular. So I think yes, definitely my time with IDIA, which is increasing diversity by increasing access to legal education. Of course, my time with IDIA was the best, and I was the team leader of the finance team at the Rajasthan chapter, and I had a great time raising funds for the IDIA team and for the mentees, etc. We used to put up stalls, thandai stalls. We used to put up cake stalls, and I used to put up like pani puri stalls in college, etc. to raise money. I interacted with like more than 100-200 alumni of my college to raise funds for this particular organization. It was great fun, and all the more I had my friends Amrita, Sasha and Kartavi with me, and helping me with IDIA stuff. So yes, definitely it was a great time, and I think this was one of the other best things that happened to me in college. So somebody's asked me about my hostel. So see, my hostel was, of course, I was in the Mirabai hostel in NLU Jodhpur, and my room number was 107. I don't know if I should be sharing all this information. So I was on the ground floor of that hostel. However, two, three of my really good friends, like Pooja, Kartavi, and Sasha, they used to live on the first floor. So I was almost all the time sitting inside Pooja's room or Kartavi's room, etc. on the first floor. There were very less times when I used to come back to my room just to maybe sleep, or if I was studying something, etc. Sometimes I used to even study with Kartavi only. So yeah, I spent a lot of my time there. Definitely hostel life is one best thing that everybody should be exposed to at any given point in their life, and I'm so thankful that I got to experience it for 5 long years. Moving ahead, somebody's asked me the papers you've written. So unfortunately, I have not written a lot of papers. I wrote one with I got an opportunity to write a paper with for an ongoing project at Google Incorporation, and it was in collaboration with the University of Washington. I had to assist one of my professors and one of my batchmates in that process. So I wrote a paper on the intermediary liability of certain types of social networking sites for certain types of offenses. I had to write a paper on that, and apart from that, I wrote a few blogs here and there on Companies Act and related issues. One other thing that I had written was one blog on some issue of international law, etc. in my first year, and I don't know why I kept it on my resume for so long, and one of the partners at law firms asked me also about that dispute on which I had written so long back, and I had literally no answer, and I almost got rejected in that interview because of that blog that I had written. So again, coming back to the advice, please don't put anything on the resume that doesn't portray or showcase your area of law that you're inclined towards. Okay, moving ahead, favorite food items you miss from hostel. 2 things that I definitely miss is the poha from the tuck shop right downstairs from where my classroom was. I used to always take that poha, go back and sit in the classroom and actually eat it in the classroom. And I used to always take plain poha with bhujia on it. That's how my fascination with bhujia came from that poha. And secondly, one was that aloo bhujia sandwich that used to be available in one of the messes. So even that was one of my favorites. But yeah, apart from that, there wasn't anything as such that I missed. And yes, definitely cold coffee from we had this mess called Ganga mess. So cold coffee, oh my god, I've never gotten exposed to a cold coffee which is better than that one, and I'm still searching for the recipe of that cold coffee in order to be able to find a perfect one, but I'm not able to somehow. But yes, definitely that was one of the best things of the mess that I how you got selected with internships in top tier firms. See, of course, I was a good ranker. I had I had good academic record. I'd written some papers. I'd written some blogs. I had done a few free certificate courses. I was a part of various committees in college, which is why I got selected through the college placement for these internships. This is a very good question that somebody asked, that how did you settle in your first internship in a different state? So when I was interning the first time in Delhi, so I'm from Chandigarh originally, and when I was interning in Delhi for the first time, I had my mom obviously went with me to book a PG, and I'm so thankful to her for doing this. Like, I was such a kid back then, my god, imagine I had to trouble my parents for that. So she went along with me to like check and all which all PGs were there and how they were, and she booked me a really nice PG, and gladly one of my other friends also was staying with me in that PG only from my college. And other things that helped me settle in a different city was, like, I used to always meet my friends like Kartavi and Shruti and everybody while I was interning in a different state almost every day, because that internship was a really chill internship. I had to do almost nothing in that internship. But yes, that helped me, because I was constantly surrounded by friends, so I didn't sort of feel that I was away from home, or like I was suffering, or like there was there was something wrong in that place. So yeah, but definitely your PG makes a lot of difference to your settling into a different environment. So I think with that we've come to an end to today's video. If you have any further questions, you can put them down in the comments, and I think I'll see you next week with another video.